Okay, well, this is kind of exciting. I'm here in the Bureau, and you can see that I'm almost done with my Yamato Bureau project. I'm on stage 11 of 12, and it's actually almost complete. So I was going to look into completing the project and moving on and setting up the Yamato. It's kind of exciting. I've waited a few months for this. So here's the project. You can see if I do nothing, I have 17 hours and 48 minutes to go until the project is complete. You can see all the other segments on the project are completed. This is the last one. As a reward, I get the Yamato and 750 global XP. So here's the actual stage itself. And you can see I boosted the stage with Yamamoto, the Amagi, and by having the Amagi as the ship in a daily trial. So I don't have any of these other commanders, otherwise I could have boosted it further. I have the commanders, I don't have them ranked up that high. But I can complete the stage even quicker by having more commanders enabled in this stage. Same goes for the fleet here. I don't have any of these other ships. I just have the Amagi. And down here under the daily trials, it's the same thing. I don't have the Kagero or the Iowa. So one thing I can do if I don't want to wait the 17 hours and 46 minutes is I can complete this stage and the Bureau, as it turns out, by going through the breakthrough. But it will cost doublons to do this. So to find out how much you need to spend to apply the breakthrough, you just go here and take a look, and it's only 640 doublons, which is at 250 doublons per dollar. It's less than $3. So I'm going to go ahead and do it and explain how that's done, demonstrate how that's done. So you do it by just applying the breakthrough. So it's done. You can see the Yamato project is complete. I can open the Bureau to take a look at what's going on, and now I see that my only Bureau project is the Shimakaze. So I happen to know that one of the ships I can apply to the Shimakaze is the Yamagi from the previous Yamato Bureau. So I'm going to go ahead and activate that ship, and you can see what it did to the timeline down here. The timeline progressed quite a bit just by enabling that ship. So the Shimakaze, which is on stage 4 of 5, is going to complete a lot quicker now that I've got a ship on the fleet segment here. So if I wanted to complete this segment with a breakthrough, I can go through, but you can see it's about $4, and I think I'm going to wait a little bit on that. I don't have a complete urgency to do that right now, so I'm just going to wait. But that's basically what happens after you complete the project. I do have another project over here under active projects. You can see because I have premium, I could have 2 projects going at once. I've been kind of looking at the Alaska, so I'm just going to go ahead and activate that. So when I go into the Alaska here project, I can assign patrons. So I've got a couple of these guys, well, all of them I can enable, I guess. So this is really going to go pretty quick because both of these guys are enabled. Let's see what we have for the fleets. And you can see I've got a lot of the ships here that I need. So this is really going to zoom right through here pretty good. Now for my daily trials, I have the Firataka And okay, so once I complete these, this will really zoom through pretty quick. How much will it cost to break through a brand new stage after you've added all these enhancements? 1,700 doublons. So it can cost, you know, a couple doublons if you want to speed through all these stages really quick. I'm gonna wait. So okay, so now that I have the Yamato, first thing you need to do is assign the commander. Then you can go in and you can set the different upgrades up here. You can see that these upgrades are available, and we're gonna look to do all of that right here. So first thing is to set the commander. I know that Takeo Takagi is my battleship commander. He's rank 14. You can see his inspirations are Andrew Cunningham, who's at rank 16, and Franz von Hipper, which is rank 15. Cunningham adds accuracy to your shell grouping, and von Hipper will drastically help out with your secondaries. So once you've set the commander, it's time to go check out the upgrades. And you can see that these upgrades cost some of the currency up here on top, and I have 13 million credits to play with. So the first thing I always do, is aiming systems mod 1. Costs 200,000 credits. The second option is steering gears, damage control, or propulsion mod. Since I don't know how this ship is going to react as far as being set on fire or whether I need more propulsion, I'm going to go with the damage control right now. Third available option is the target acquisition system mod 1, and you can see it increases the spotting range, torpedo detectability range, and the RGA of ships 50%. So I'm going to go ahead and get that. It costs 2 million. And over here, you could either increase the secondary battery reload time by 20% or main battery reload time of minus 12%, but you're decreasing your traverse speed. So I'm going to go with the secondary battery. Okay, so the ship is all upgraded at that point, and you can see that I have 8 million credits left. So we're going to go here and look at the loadout. And the first thing I've been doing is I'm changing the catapult fighter to the secondary, enhanced secondary targeting. You can see it increases the shell grouping of the secondary battery by 100%, dispersion of the secondary battery by 50%, and consumable. So the enhanced targeting lasts for 30 seconds. The reload time takes 160 seconds, and you get 3 of these consumables. So I did buy the permanent camo for this guy, and if I go out now, you can see what that permanent camo looks like. And I will tell you that I've been fooled by this part in the bow of the ship before on other Yamatos, because this kind of looks like the ship is moving in the water, and from far away you don't really see the bow. You see this waviness near the front of the ship in the paint there that looks like water turbulence, wakes from the ship going through the water. And it really does fool you, because the ship could be sitting still, and from a distance it will look like it's going at kind of a clip, and you completely blow it. So what if you wanted to put another camo on this guy? You could make a permanent camo out of a tier 1 camo, and the Yamato will look like that. That's kind of cool. You know, I have seen some ships like that. So once you put the permanent camo on the Yamato, you see that it's only grade 1 permanent camouflage, and it's The permanent camo you can buy in the store for 750 doublons, which is $3. And, you know, it's not very good sea detectability, especially when you compare it with type 1 camouflage, which is minus 4.5%. That's the maximum that you're going to be able to get. Type 4 camouflage, like the Union Jack here, will give you minus 4.5% sea detectability range, as well as incoming fire dispersion of 4.5%. So it will disperse the shells as they're coming toward you by 4.5%, possibly. Where the Tier 1 camo only gives you sea detectability of 4.5%. But when you make this into a permanent camo, you'll basically get this. It will turn into sea detectability range and incoming fire dispersion. It will do both of those. But as you can see, it's only 0.5%, so you have to upgrade. You can see down here, down at the bottom, if I hold down the square button, it will upgrade to grade 2 permanent camo, and it will cost 150 cans of paint. So I was going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so you see now that here I'm at grade 2. To go to grade 3, I need 250 additional camos. And if I wanted to create more buckets of paint, I can convert the camos that I have here into buckets of paint. Like you see down here at the bottom, melt to paint. I have 92 buckets available, and I'm going to go ahead and melt this type 2 camo. It will only, one camo will give you 3 buckets of paint. If you have a Tier 4 camo, it will give you 7 buckets of paint per camo. So here's another type 3 camo. I'm going to melt all these. Okay, so you can see instead of 94, I have 119 buckets of paint, but I still need a little bit more to get up to grade 3 camo. And really why this is important is when you're in standard battle, most of the action is happening from a long distance off. And the better your camo is, the less likely the opposition is going to have to be able to target you. As you're playing the game, you'll see the opposing ships wink in and out occasionally, and you'll see the eyeball on your screen come and go. That's because the people targeting you, your camo is fading in and out from their point of view, just like they fade in and out from your point of view. So here I'm going to convert some of these camos to paint. This is grade 4 camo. One camo will give you 7 buckets of paint. So I need 250 camo to go to grade 3. We're going to melt 20 camouflages for 140 buckets of paint. And you can see I've got 259 buckets of paint here, so I can upgrade to Tier 3 camo now by holding down the square. Okay, so I've got the Yamato at Tier 3 camo. I still have 15 Union Jack camouflages, and what this is important for is you can see that I can create one permanent camo with 12 of those. So I still, if I wanted to pick another British ship and put a permanent camo on it, I could. So that's it for setting up the Yamato. I'm going to be taken out for a test run next, and we will see how that goes. Well, here's my shakedown cruise on the Yamato. I just got it from the Bureau and got it all set up with permanent camouflage. Got all the upgrades going, and I'm doing my first match here in AI just to check it out, see what it's all about. You can see it's all computers except for one other guy. So there should be, I'm expecting it's going to be a cakewalk. We'll see. I know the Yamato can cause a lot of damage, but I've also heard that it's vulnerable to broadside citadel hits, so got to be careful about that. But I do know that in real life the Yamato had 18-inch guns and its displacement was over 80,000 tons. It was by far the largest battleship in the war as far as tonnage goes. The guns were the biggest guns of any battleship in the war. And as I recall, it never really saw really all that much action, but the Allies were really afraid of it. They went through whatever kind of missions they had to go through to be able to destroy the ship and its sister ship, the Musashi, which was a twin of the Yamato. The Musashi was sunk in a huge bomb raid. I think it was in the later part of the war. I think it was could be the Great Marianas Turkey Shoot. Maybe not, but it was one of those. I got a fire starter ready. That's interesting. This is not good. I turned right into the torpedoes on my maiden voyage. Awesome. Well, that sucks. Very nice. Very nice. 2 Citadel hits. Yamato versus Yamato. Huh. Very nice. I do have this commander ranked up pretty high, so maybe that doesn't hurt.
Problem solved, sir.
Battleship sunk.
All right, so very first match with the Yamato, you can see I got 3 destroyed ships, 177,000 total damage, 4 citadels, and it's the first time running the ship. I don't really know what I'm doing yet. Team result, that's not bad. As far as the economy goes, you can see I lost 50,000 credits on on the deal. Ship service was 170,000, and that gets subtracted from my 120,000 credits earned in battle. Yeah, 120,000 earned in battle. Yeah, so if you just look at this screen, you think you're doing okay, but then when you go over to the economy, you can see what the bottom line actually was over here by total credits. I lost 50,000. So that's not so great, but it is what it is. It's good to keep track of the economy of the situation because it technically does cost money. Credits do cost money. So there you go. That's it on the initial shakedown trial of my brand new Yamato. Pretty happy with it. Thanks for watching. This is the Jaguar, and I'll see you on the high seas.